Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Luanda. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 African qualifiers, and it's the clash between Morocco and Cameroon. Well, with the way the group currently is here in Group E, we know that Cameroon coming into this game, they've still got a chance to get to the World Cup, but they've got to win some games and hope that they finish with the best third place record. With Tunisia having won earlier tonight, we now know that the best third place team will come out in Africa out of Group E. You see Egypt winning that one in overtime over Tunisia. Now it's Morocco, Cameroon, and after this one, it'll be Angola against Chad. So the standings, Tunisia home and dry. They suffered their first loss. Egypt have temporarily moved into the second. Cameroon, they're at 5-5. Remember, if they win, they will improve to 6-5. And the Egypt, in fact, should read 7-4. So they have actually improved. So that could set up an intriguing day for tomorrow. Of course, Egypt and Cameroon have already played once, and Egypt won that game by 4 points. So that would mean that Cameroon would need to not only win tomorrow, but win by more than 4 points to lock up that place, to win the tiebreaker and to finish third. But that, first of all, they have to win today.
We are going to present the two teams.
If Cameroon fall today, then we know that Tunisia will finish with the best third place team, and they would go ahead and progress to the World Cup.
Adala Moto, numéro 5, Robert Gideon, numéro 6, Gédéon Pita, numéro 7, Félix Bokmis, numéro 9, Jérémy Seul capitaine, numéro 10, Nkene Sati, numéro 11, Franck Hervé Bakat, numéro 13, Roussel Kali, Yange Franck pour le numéro 14, numéro 15, Arnold Akola, numéro 23, Benoît Mbala, numéro 35, Kadji Kenneth.
So the players being introduced here, Cameroon, and now we will get a look at Morocco.
Numéro 10, Mohamed Choua. Numéro 12, John Walker Wilkins, capitaine. Numéro 15, Adam Gazi. Numéro 16, Sami Ourachi. Numéro 19, Soufiane Benimi. Numéro 20, Mohamed Absalam. Numéro 33, Marwan El Anini. Numéro 55, Jia Berchik. Numéro 66, Hamza Fouladi. Numéro 99, Faisal Bouharas et le coach Saïd El Kouti. Messieurs, dames, je vous demande de vous lever pour l'hymne national du Cameroun.
So both teams have been introduced, and now we're going to listen to the national anthems for both teams.
des Lions de l'Atlas, le Maroc.
Well, Morocco playing for pride, and don't forget every game that you do play, even if you have already been eliminated from contention for a spot in the World Cup, will go towards your FIBA ranking. So they want to come out and give a good account of themselves today. Cameroon know they cannot lose this game or else their World Cup hopes are over. They lost a tough game the other night to Angola. Very tough game. And now they just need to win to make sure that tomorrow's game will indeed end up meaning something. Lazare Adingono had coached Cameroon before, and now he's back in charge. He joined them right before the third window. It's the third coach that they've had during the World Cup qualifiers. Samuel Amadou, Juan Fernandez, and Babacar Gueye, the referees for today's game. So we should get a look at the rosters for both of these teams and the starting fives, and interesting to see who's in that starting lineup today for Cameroon, having played such a tough game yesterday. Cameroon Angola. That was a game that saw Arnaud Adala, William Adala Moto, scored 13 points, grabbed 7 rebounds. Felix Mognes had 11 points in that game yesterday. Benoit Mbala Benzana had 17 points. And Kenneth Kaji of Miami Hurricanes fame had 14 points. Rebounds.
Diante da seleção joana, enquanto que a seleção de Marrocos perdeu ontem diante da sua congênere da Tunísia.
Morocco were on the wrong end of an 89-51 defeat to Tunisia. They've had some good players over the years and some good teams, but it just hasn't worked for them right in the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay. On échange en position. En attaque, on commence avec 2. OK? On commence avec 2. All right? Roll. Pop. Look. Reverse. Kick. Roll. Look inside. OK? The weakness is inside. Right? Just keep pounding them inside and then on the rebound. Okay? We good? Let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Lazare Adingono coached, was doing some coaching in America in the collegiate ranks, and has been in international basketball for a long time, and you could tell that he knows what he's doing. He just says right out, their weakness is inside. So let's pound the ball inside and let's hit the boards. Actually went to the University of Rhode Island, played there, and see Saïd Bouzidi, the coach of Morocco. So Adingono played from 1999 to 2003. He wasn't drafted in the NBA. Anyway, he got into coaching, started coaching Cameroon 2007, 2008. We saw him at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament 2008 in Athens. He's also been coaching for several years in this country here, Angola, where we are. So it was a convenient appointment for both sides, also especially considering that Adingono had coached Cameroon before, and a lot of the players know him. So Cameroon win the opening tip, folks. Welcome to Luanda, Angola. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 African qualifier between Morocco and Angola. And Kenneth Kaji gets it down low, follows the coach's instructions, and goes right at Morocco. So the ball goes out of bounds and goes back over to Cameroon. Cameroon, a little bit of pressure there. Look, they're going to go inside. Inzali back outside and stroking it from a long way out. Adala. Had a quick pass off the hands of Morocco and into now Adala. He puts it up. And the drive and the foul and the basket. Wow. Abdelali Larichi, we know he can play. He was terrific in the last window. I mean, he's worth the price of admission, this guy. He's good. Adala, meanwhile, points to his head. He goes, sorry, coach, I forgot. You want to go inside. I don't think that's what he was thinking. I think that is the preferred way of playing. Adingono saying, listen, we need to get it inside, but he's not going to have a cow if his team takes the occasional jumper. And here's Kaji again. He's had success once. That will be just fine for Morocco if they can get Mbala to take the jump shots. Adala hands it off to Mbala. And shot clock violation. And Mbala's perturbed. Excuse the language, folks. Sometimes it comes over from the courtside mics. But Mbala is one tough customer, no doubt about it. Now the drive and the basket is good. Ties it up from Mo Chua. Nope, that was Soufiane Ben Himne. And now the steal from Benchlika. Benchlika goes in for the layup. So Morocco now in front, 7-5. And the turnover. And the easy one to follow. Cameroon beat down the court. And Adingono gives that nasty glare from the sidelines at his player. That's two sloppy possessions. Turnovers leading to baskets. Kaji. Adala misses. And Mbala had the ball, went up, didn't go up strong. Now Morocco have it. And Shoa helped up. I think with Shoa and also Larichi, there's enough quality in this Morocco side to get a win today, especially if they hang around. Cameroon don't want to play with fire with this Morocco team. They've had a tough game already. Crashed into that heavy defeat to Tunisia, and they want to get that out of their system. So Cho's at the line and makes the first one. He's been averaging 27.7 minutes per game in the qualifiers, but just 7.4 points per game, although he's one of those across-the-board stats guys. 5.4 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, and he makes just 1 of 2 at the line, and Morocco on a nice little run here, 8-0 run. Easily passes it. Easily there, excuse me. And they lose the ball out of bounds. He kicked it inadvertently. A shaky start here for the team in green. Three-point attempt off the front of the rim. Inzali taps it over to Mbala. Now he's got it in his hands, the captain Inzali. Playing for SIG Strasbourg this season in France in the Basketball Champions League. Here's Mbala. And inside to the young fella for Morocco, number 15, Adam El Ghazi. He misses. Mbala again goes hard to the basket. And Morocco hustled down, and Pitard gets the block from behind. Well, after the block from Pitard, they got the ball inside. They got the ball to Bench Linka, and he hit a jumper. And Soufiane Ben-Mine picks up the foul. So worrying run here for Cameroon, certainly. Ghazi's down on the ground, slow to get up. Now he's coming back. And the drive, good pressure from behind. Ghazi gets the rebound wide open in the left corner. And another offensive rebound, and right now, Cameroon getting beaten to the ball, but they have it here. And then with a chance to score on the break, Pitard not able to control it. Well, that was a tough pass from Bogmus. Perhaps should have taken that himself. Mbala hands it off to Inzali. Now Mbala again. Gets it inside. Still can't make it. What a drought. Marici. El Ghazi fakes the handoff, goes in. A little bit out of control. Now quickly, Bogmus goes down. Has the ball blocked. Oh, good anticipation that time by Pitard. So Gideon Pitard and Cameroon trying to snap out of this funk. About a 10-0 run. It's Choa that got the block on that one.
They're waiting.
This pass easily intercepted by Larici. Larici now is going to take a three. Well, Cameroon have been very poor, and they're fortunate not to be even further behind. And Mbala fouled by Larici. So he will go to the line for potential three-point play. And he makes the free throw for the three-point play. Morocco looking to press on the advantage. Ghazi drives in, and Cameroon now have it. And the three-pointer is good from Bogmas. Young Frank has also come into the game now, as well as Chubai for Cameroon. Ball stays out. Chubai has it. Chubai's got a nice game. I like it. I like his, especially his ability to shoot the basketball. Bogmas misses. Frank not able to corral that one. On the boards, Shoa steps out of bounds. Or no, he was pushed out of bounds. In fact, he wasn't pushed out of bounds. He was just pushed. He managed to stay in bounds. Remember, Morocco out of contention for a World Cup spot, but Cameroon need to win to make tomorrow's game mean something against Egypt. And the putback is good. The inbounds pass and basket is good, and now Morocco perhaps getting ready to start a new run with Cameroon having reeled off a few points. And they get the steal. Pittard had it stolen. Larici, his pass led Shoa too much. Battle of North Africa and Central Africa, Cameroon. Coleman also in the game. Colacombe. Combe. And Frank loses it out of bounds, so it'll be Morocco ball with 1:02 remaining. it off. Then Mine gets it to Benchlica, who goes baseline. They try to swing it over to Choa. Choa has to put it up from a long way out. He gets it off the rim. Colacombe almost with the turnover. See the Cameroon struggling a little bit with Picard out of the game, running the point. Can't telegraph passes like that. Adala, nice fake, and puts it up and in. Arno William Adala Moto. Final seconds ticking off the clock here in the first quarter. Larici. And throw misses. And Himne, I think they'll look at that to see if he got it off in time with the video monitor. I didn't think that he did, but maybe he did in fact. It appears not even Cameroon are complaining about it, so Morocco winning that first quarter here against Cameroon. (16-13) after one.
Os próximos 3 jogos ainda serão muito show de bola.
So you see the shooting numbers for Morocco better. Just 3 of 8 for Cameroon, 7 of 13 for Morocco. A lot more chances.
Mais 10 minutos para o segundo período deste encontro. Marrocos 16, Camarões 13.
I think Gono already sweating through his jacket there. Be surprised if that doesn't come off sooner rather than later. And the reason is because Cameroon trailing now by 3 points has already suffered a defeat to Angola. And that means they need to come out and get a win today just to get into tomorrow's game against Egypt with a chance of winning that one and to winning it by 5 to get to the World Cup. Over to Arnold Combe, and he misses everything. Larici drives in, dishes it. Chua from behind the arc. It's good. Cameroon dribbling around up top, not doing too much. Morocco being disruptive. You think that Morocco have more riding on this than Cameroon right now, the way they're getting after it. And the foul called on Yang Frank. So he comes back out of the game. Cameroon's approach usually the physicality, the defense, it wears on teams. And it's not as apparent early, but I don't think they're playing as intense as they need to right now to beat this Moroccan team. They need to really step it up. They've got to start playing with more of a sense of urgency. Choa, well, that was in and out. Now Nzali on the break. Adala, oh, fake. Oh, he's going in for the dunk. But he's going to get a call. Good hustle back by Cameroon. By Combe. And the three-pointer is good by Bogmas. That's what extra effort does for you. Choa. Well, he did a good job of preventing the block or preventing the dunk, but he took something in the face in the meantime. Some of the Angolan fans warming up for tonight's game here with a shrieking whistle and horn. Guess we could all do without it, but fans will be fans. Chua gets inside, puts it up. And the offensive rebound. Al Uriachi also in the game, the youngster. Here's Larici. And Al Uriachi got it back for his team once again. Larici gets in, hands it off, and Kaji with the rebound. With the turnover. This Cameroon team is struggling right now. Behind the back pass from Al Uriachi. Now Choa, and he's fouled by Arno William Adalamoto. John Walter Wilkins in, number 12 for Morocco, and the jump shot is good from Marouane El Hanini. Back to a 5-point lead from Morocco. Oh boy, how in the world did that ball get to Kaji? And then he was fouled as he went up. Wilkins guilty of the infraction. Didn't want to give him the easy one though. Walter Wilkins, the 29-year-old power forward, checks out of the game. Low-scoring game, 21-16, just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Putting the ball up Shoa, and it's going to be Cameroon ball. Good defense from the indomitable. Nope, it's going to be Morocco ball, saying the ball went off of Cameroon. Yes, it did. Good call by the ref. Well, we got timeout on the floor.
You can only beat ourselves.
Right.
They can't beat us.
Exactly.
heard
And
that.
here is how
Let's
we
listen
build.
in.
Okay? We have a problem, let's fix it. Here is how we fix it. Sur-toi. Here is how we fix it, les gars. C'est comme ça qu'on règle. Écoutez. Hein? On va jouer simple. Hein? Ben,
See the numbers. For Pogba, 6 points.
combien? On va jouer simple. Viens avec la balle, toi. Hein? On va jouer simple. Tu viens avec la balle, Kadi reste là. Toi, tu restes.
Ça prend qu'ils font zone. Ce que je veux là, le joueur qui est là, Heda.
And the
Celui
numbers
qui est
for
là,
Morocco.
il va faire un écran sur Heda. D'accord? Heda, il vient ici. Son saleté. Celui-là, Heda, il sort ici. Celui-là, il sort là. D'accord? Celui, le pivot qui a fait l'écran, Heda, il là, هنا. Celui qui a fait l'écran, il flash là. D'accord? فهمنا؟ Même si sur la zone, sur même là sur la zone. بحال بحال. Vous avez compris?
Le deuxième grand, regardez.
Ah, voilà.
Non, laissez.
Heda, vas-y.
Well, we heard how Lazare Adingono said, we have to fix it, and what are we going to do? We're going to come up with a way to, we have a problem, what are we going to do? We're going to come up with a way to fix it. And here it is. Then we didn't hear him say it, so we're not sure, so we'll see what he does. And now, maybe it was to trip the opponent, get the ball back. And that is an immediate 3 points coming out of the timeout by Bogmas, who's clearly their best three-point shooter today. He's feeling it. And that makes it a 1 point game. Bogmas coming into this was a 33.3% shooter from deep. He hit 16 of 48. Al Oriachi misses, but a little offensive rebound from Morocco and another slip. And then a little runner from Shoa. Dalamoto almost traveled, and Kaji misses from deep, and that leads to a fast break opportunity. Al-Hanini, though, denied. No, not Al-Hanini. Benchlica was denied, and then Al-Hanini came in and got the ball. First free throw is good. Fellaini in the game for Morocco. So it makes just 1 of 2. And Morocco keeping their noses in front here, making this an uncomfortable afternoon for Cameroon, who have they either win and stay alive or they die. Nzuli for 3, and that gets it back to 1. At some point we might see some full court pressure here from Cameroon. I know they can apply it. So Kadji with the rebound. Now Nzuli. Dalamoto. Oh, and the follow almost there by Kadji. It's a couple of dunks missed by Cameroon, but then the ball thrown right in the hands of Dalamoto. 3-point attempt, long from Bogmas. He's upset with himself. I mean, if you're gonna have anybody shoot it and they don't make it, but you're not mad at him, it's Bogmas, because he'd been hitting them. He was 3 of 5 before that attempt. Now he's 3 of 6. Although he could have taken it to the rim. Well, Hinini drives and takes the contact, misses. Nzuli hands it off, puts it up, and the basket is good from Mbala. Cameroon have fought their way back and have taken the lead. Al-Ghazi is going to head over to the bench after picking up the foul. So a 3-point play coming. Opportunity here for Cameroon. Timeout on the court. Cameroon in the ascendancy. Lead it.
24 Marrocos.
Faites un jeu simple, faites un jeu simple. Voilà, le résultat des Rénaux avec plus de concentration et la peur de perdre. Donc il faut qu'on reste sur ça. Si vous croyez maintenant, là, vous pouvez gagner facilement avec Shiraz. Mais vous allez prendre une tannée. Doucement.
Leading them on the boards.
Les bras. On travaille, on reste concentré, on travaille. Quand même, à l'être, travailler avec un plus d'intelligence. Jouer sur l'intérieur.
Screen, and then after the screen, whoever it is, go, avant qu'on fasse notre écran en bas, comme s'il y a 2 sorties. Ok, celui qui sort l'écran a 2 options. Il peut mettre de ce côté, mais on va aller à l'intérieur. Et on ne reste pas statique dehors, on se mouvement.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, defense.
Allez,
let's go, let's go.
On switch.
So the basket is good. The free throw is good, and it's a 26-24 lead. Now, can they finish strong? Will Morocco come back? Fellaini puts it up from a long way out. Mbala saw the Moroccan coming out, and he didn't chase the ball. Now here he is, and denied. Ball goes out of bounds. This Cameroon ball. Nslika. Nslika ran out, hustled to get the ball ahead of Mbala, but still Morocco did not come up with points on that trip down the floor. Now, Mbala lost it, then got it back and put it up for a 3-point lead. And now the drive and the best, nope, and the block. Charge, so it's not working right now for Morocco. So minute 20 remaining. Mbala just scored down low. He's going to put up a jumper now. Kaji with the rebound. They pass it back to Adala. It's good. Rattles into three. 31-24. It's been all Cameroon for the last couple of minutes. They've opened up their biggest lead of the game, 7. Larici hands it off to Filini. Scores and earns the trip to the line. So Fulani, Hamza Fulani, going to the stripe. Boy, it's hard to see that Mbala did too much wrong there.
Reinaldo do jogo. Marrocos 26, Camarões.
Timeout has been called.
On échange sur le porteur de balle pour rester devant eux. Il n'y a rien. Dès qu'on commence à vouloir exagérer, ils commencent à trouver les poches et ils trouvent les ballons là. Okay, donc faisons l'effort total pour rester devant eux.
Ils ont marqué 1-3 points.
La pression doit être à partir d'ici.
Magnus with 9, leading scoring. Manzano with 8.
C'est pas grave, c'est bien déjà. C'est déjà bien parce que
on coupe derrière. Alors ouais, il va pas prendre le ballon, il va attaquer. Nirajou, quand vous bougez pour avoir la passe, comme si
Eventually with 8
essayez de varier.
points. Toro with 7 for Morocco.
En faisant presque 2-2-1. Santolia. 2-2-1. Le premier rideau, نتا وهذا. Deuxième rideau, نتا وهذا. Ok, troisième rideau, هذا. D'accord.
Encore une fois, t'as donné un terrain dur. Encore une fois, t'as donné.
So Fulani trying to complete 3-point play. They called the timeout after he made the basket and was fouled, so he's trying to complete the 3-point play. And he misses. Cameroon with the rebound. Inzali. If they hurry, they'll get it back. They would make sure they'd get it back. 2 for 1. Inzali for 3. And Morocco with possession. Here's Larici. Larici's going to go all the way, and he's going to miss. Boy, he had a good look. Cameroon still with a chance here. So they can... Ooh, Hadji almost dragged his foot there. Good pressure from Morocco. And tying him up. Guittard. Nowhere to go, nobody to pass to. So timeout on the floor.
Jérémy, tu es là. Adala remet la balle en jeu. Okay. Où que ce soit. Okay. Tu as maintenant Ben ici. Tu as maintenant Kadji ici. Okay. Et puis tu as Gédéon ici. Ok. So, maintenant, quand ça s'arrive, quand tu vas ici, tu vas là. Ok. Tu vas là. Tu viens là. Tu vas là. Tu viens là. Voilà. Ici.
Faisons. غير تلقوا la première passe, on est au même même. La première passe ديالهم
كل واحد ياخذ شي واحد.
D'accord. Zone 3-2. جريتو.
المغرب
So this last minute or so is taking an eternity to play here in Luanda as the players come back out on the court. Adala has it. Gets it to Injali. Back to Kadji for three. So all that for a missed jumper. And it's 31-26. Cameroon on top of Morocco at halftime. So those are the numbers, 6 threes for Cameroon. That's big compared to Morocco's one make from long range. Morocco are actually out rebounding Cameroon, which is a surprise to me. 8 turnovers apiece. Remember, Morocco are out of contention for a spot in the World Cup, but they're playing hard and beating a Cameroon team that needs to win to keep their hopes alive. So here's some of the highlights at from the first half, with Adala making that three, and Larici also being very active. It's a low-scoring game. 7 points for Choa, 8 for Benchlika. They're the leading scorers for Morocco. Larici can turn it up a notch if he wants. And for Cameroon, it's 8 apiece for Mbala, Menzana, and Adalamoto. 9 points for Bogmas. So we are at halftime. And we will be right back before the start of the second half. Well, Morocco coming off a heavy defeat in their first game here in Luanda. They lost that one to Tunisia, 89-51. Well, they've come out and really given Cameroon fits today. They led for most of the first half, but Cameroon came good late in the half and lead it now 31-26. But there's a long way to go in this one. And Cameroon, no doubt, trying to win to get to 6-5 and to make tomorrow's game against Egypt mean something. Both those teams scrapping away. Of course, Egypt, if they win that one, they still have a chance. Excuse me, if they win that one, they would go ahead and lock up third place and the automatic place for the World Cup, the best third place team. Now, if they were to win Cameroon, then Central African Republic, theoretically, they'd still be able to join them on wins and losses, as well as Egypt. Then it would depend on the tiebreaker, and we'll just have to see how that one pans out. So the big one really is tomorrow, Cameroon against Egypt, if Cameroon can win today. If they lose today, then we know that Egypt are going to really have the inside track to getting to the World Cup.
Et puis Peter vient ici. Donc quand Kadi va faire l'écran croisé, il va flash over here. So tu as ici, n'est-ce pas? Ou tu as ici, high low.
We also know that Angola, if Egypt loses at least one of the next two games, so they could lose tomorrow, and they would qualify, or if Angola win today or tomorrow, they would clinch a spot in the World Cup. So that's what's at stake next for them. But right now, our attention is on this game right here, Egypt and Cameroon. Excuse me. On Morocco and Cameroon, 31-26, Cameroon on top, and I would expect the better basketball to be played over the final 20 minutes, a little bit more intensity. El Ghazi gets it down low, misses, and as we start off, saying, let's see here again. He's holding El Ghazi. They say goal interference, basket interference. He got caught up in the net. So Morocco coming out starting strong, just as they did in the first half. So that first basket through goal interference. Quick pass to El Ghazi. And now, nice soft touch note. It was short, and Kaji has it taken away by Bench Lika, who's been a handful today. And then he is fouled. And very similarly, that first half, Cameroon seemed to lack the same intensity. Whereas Morocco, it's like starting up a car. Once they start up, they're ready to go. So Bench Lika, who's leading his team in scoring with 8 points, is at the line. Foul was on Pitard. Bench Lika also got the steal. So worrying start here for Cameroon at the start of the second half. Inzuli. Good rebound from Mbala. Menzana. And they're fouled. So he was fouled by number 19, Soufiane Benmine. Reaching the foul called on Shoa. Kaji for three, he's open. And Morocco can now take the lead. Larici thought about dunking it, then just laid it up and in, and Morocco have moved back in front. Kaji, and his pass eludes Inzuli. And Morocco starting fast. Cameroon starting about as badly as they did earlier on when Morocco built that early lead. I almost wonder if coach just needs a timeout. I guess he's looking at the body, at the effort and the body language. He can only be surely one more bad play away from calling a timeout or one basket. Larici over to Benmine. Now Cameroon, Inzuli. And Pitard for three. Good effort. Mbala to knock it out. And boy, that ball was down in the hoop and came out. And the ball crazily falls over to Benmine. Chua gets the rebound. Larici feeds it back inside El Ghazi. So coach is going to pull Kaji out because he can't buy a bucket here at the start of the second half. He also had him attempt that shot at the end of the first half, so it's a bad run for Kenneth Kaji. Inzuli. Over to Adalamoto. And foul called here, so not sure if it was on El Ghazi. It was on El Ghazi. Well, he does have issues with foul trouble usually, and he only has one now, so he's done a good job of staying out of foul trouble. Young Frank has come into the game. And Adalamoto says, let's get somebody over here with the broom or with the mop and get this moisture up. Into the lane too soon on Frank, so Morocco's still up by one. And the basket is good by Shoa. Was not. And now the steal. Excuse me, didn't score, so it's 32 apiece. Quick pass, and Mbala fouled. Probably could have made the shot, had a chance at a three-point play. You can see the frustration from both himself and from coach. Mbala goes to the line and misses the free throw. And what could have been a potential three-point play, now at best can be a one-point play. Cameroon reclaimed the lead. And Mine spins, hands it off. El Ghazi, excuse me, fouled by Franck. Didn't see much of Chubai today for Cameroon. And El Ghazi goes back to the free throw line. He's got a lot of potential, there's no doubt about that, but he needs to work on his free throw shooting. He's got 2 points today. Got good size. He's 23 years of age. Probably get bigger and stronger as time goes on. It's one of the challenges for a lot of the athletes. Get the right body shape. Perhaps hit the iron a little bit. Pump some iron. Now, Mbala takes the contact, goes up, and it's Benchika all over him. So, took the opportunity with Benchika double teaming him to initiate the contact and go up. And this time he makes both free throws. And Cameroon extend their lead. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. And the drive and the miss. Excuse me, he missed one of his free throws, so it's only a 2-point lead. Dalamoto fouled by El Ghazi. First free throw is missed by Dalamoto. I was having some scoring issues with my official scoring here. So 35-33, Cameroon on top. And it fouled, and Al Ghazi's complaining. He's like, he picked up his dribble. So then he dribbled again, but he faked me out because I thought it was time to box out. 36-33, Dalamoto sits down. Salika dribbling up high, hands it off to El Ghazi. Larici gets in the lane. And that was right ahead of the expiration of the shot clock. Adingono saying that they didn't hit the rim, so they should not have possession. El Ghazi passes it, and they get Choa's basket. Adingono is going to be furious. And now Benslika called for another foul. Yeah, it looked like he had a lot of ball there. Well, those things even out over the course of the game. Bala comes out. Bala Menzana. And Insuli is at the line, makes the first. So Morocco over the limit quite early with 4:22 remaining. Free throw line will come into play here even more for Cameroon, you would imagine. Back in the game, guarding Shoa. Oh, Ben Mine misses badly. Back Ben Mine, and Injali has it on the right sideline. Cuts back in, passes back over to Pitard. Injali for three. Woo. Benslika going into no man's land there, turns it over. Frank picks it up. Bogmus looking for some room, and Pitard denied as he gets to the rim. And Larici loses control, but is able to get it back in bounds to his teammate Choa. Now Larici has it. Gets inside, again, passes it out. Benslika, well, that was an air ball, but it fell right to El Ghazi, who missed underneath the basket. And Frank puts up a jumper. Kaji does as well. And Larici drives in and cuts the deficit to 1 point. I don't know why he doesn't go to the basket more, to be honest. He often penetrates and then kicks it out. I think if he was a little more selfish, he'd score some more points. Here's Pitard going in, thinking there was going to be some call on the body, but there wasn't. Cameroon just by a single point. 2:30 remaining. They would love to turn it up a notch. Oh, the three-point attempt, and Bogmus was fouled. Well, probably their best three-point shooter, and he's drawn the attention here of Benmine, no question about it. Benmine doesn't help him up. Frustrated the fact that he fouled him. Lariche's saying all you got to do is get a hand in the face. I think they may want to check and see if he was behind the line. So fight call Ben Bufarase checks in, number 99, for his first action of the game. And Bogmus, when you get fouled shooting a three-pointer, you want to try to make all three. Take full advantage, and he's already missed the first one. Lika, an offensive foul called on Bufarase almost immediately after coming into the game. Yep, he was still moving while trying to set the pick. So remember, Morocco over the limit. 2 minutes remaining. Cameroon with just 3 team fouls here in this quarter. And Bogmus hits the three-pointer. He's done that today. And good defense from Bogmus that time. Is this the time when Cameroon turn it up? Shift into a higher gear. Well, I think Gono is sitting down. 12 seconds on the shot clock. So timeout on the court. Morocco try to slow this Cameroon team down now.
C'est grave. On encaisse des balles. On encaisse des balles bêtes. Pourquoi vous allez faire une pression sur les joueurs à deux, Tsammakin? Ils jouent la remise, ils tlabent à vous, créez au surnombre. Ça veut dire le beleda. Vous êtes bouleda. Vous allez sur un joueur à deux. Ici, il remet la balle, je crée le surnombre. Pourquoi? Il a أنا كان هذا بعدا هو الأولاني. هذه وحدة. Deuxième des choses, on attaque ici. ما كنطلبوش كرة من القبلية.
L'écran ici pour Adala, tu vas venir comme si tu as Skadji, appelle-le. Comme tu coupes ici au milieu. Hein? Quand ça s'arrive, Bogmus, tu reviens ici. Il fait bien l'écran ici sur l'homme-ci. Tu reviens ici, tu vas regarder là.
Tu flaires.
Voilà. Tu vas revenir ici. S'il n'y a rien, je sors ici. Exact. Ok, tu as ici. Ok, si on n'a rien, on joue 2 rapidement. Je crois qu'on a un peu de temps sur la montre. Voilà, donc on fait ça. Si on a un shoot ici, on prend. Si on a un panier facile ici, on prend. Sinon, on joue 2. Ok?
Il y a un gars fort sur la balle, fort sur la balle. Ils vont se jeter sur vous, fort sur la balle.
Allez, mon gars.
Les gars, dur sur le ballon.
So Dalamoto back into the game here for the final minute and a half of the third quarter. And then the trip called on Chua. So Chua commits the foul, and free throws coming for Dalamoto. And that's why the ball's wet, because Lariche's taking a bite out of it. But I don't know why Larici's complaining about the call when the foul happened behind him, so he didn't see it. And this has been a constant problem, getting the moisture. Look at Showa. Showa taking matters into his own hands. Wonder if he'll get an assist for that. Every time they get faked out, because he dribbles it like 2 or 3 times, then he stops, and he's going to shoot it, and then he dribbles it one more time, and the Moroccan players start to box out and are in danger of a lane violation, getting in too soon on the box out. Larici doing a little shaking and baking now. And that is not before the end of the shot clock buzzer, and it's too bad because Showa had the 3-pointer. Picard brings it across midcourt. Back to Kaji. Now Dalamoto fakes right, goes in, tries to dunk it, but I think the ball was blocked. Kulani gets in and scores. Long 3-point attempt from Bogmas early in the shot clock. And that gives Morocco the last chance. Larici has it. And the ball goes out of bounds. I think it was Wilkins that got the block on the dunk attempt from Dalamoto. Look at this. It was. Good job by the 29-year-old Wilkins. And then Fulani went to the other end. Got to and then complained that he was hit. Final seconds ticking off, and Wilkins and now Morocco complaining about something. I don't know if it's goal interference or foul. And Morocco needs to get a control of their emotions. Cameroon lead at 45-39 after 3 quarters. And now a technical foul has indeed been called on Morocco, and they're making life.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
And they're still complaining, and I'm not sure how many technicals have been called while we've been away. But Morocco losing the plot right now, folks. I mean, this is just, they've played such a good game. They've played hard. And they are flirting with disaster here. And Cameroon probably hoping that they just continue to bark away over there and make a rod for their own backs. So he's been ejected. So I think he's picked up a couple of technicals while we're away for the promo. Well, maybe his players will get fired up after this and go out and win it for him, but it's a shame really that you gotta, you expect your players to keep their emotions, keep control of them. And you got to do the same. And now it appears the horn is stuck. So somebody might want to pull the plug on that and restart it.
As equipas vão entrar agora para o quarto e último período deste encontro.
Cameroon saying, how many technical free throws are we going to get? And they still haven't been able to fix the horn. And Adalamoto says, you can't expect me to take free throws with that kind of noise going on. Although I think it'll be Inzu Lee who does indeed take them. So the ejection what is Adingono saying now to his players? We haven't seen Songolo today, have we? We've seen him sitting on the bench, but we haven't seen him. Haven't seen him play. I was expecting to see him. Robert Songolo. Oh boy, talk about relief. That was about 3 minutes, wasn't it? Thank goodness. So now, this interminable delay, we're going to go over to the bench and listen to Adingono. Coach Adingono gives some instructions. So now because of the delay, he's trying to take advantage of that extra time to draw up a play. And now oh boy, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if referee tried to break up the huddle at Cameroon, and now they're told to go back to the bench. So I don't think anybody knows what's going on right now. If it's related to the horn issue, yeah, they've had to reset the scoreboard. And you might want to keep an eye on the score to make sure that's right.
باقي يلعبوا فيها 2-3 باس باش ناتاكيو لو باني. فيت بروفوكي لي فوت. وغير في لو ميم ريتم دو ديفونس ولي زيكستيريور ديالهم راه تيمشيو لو روبون. كنا نديروا لي بوكس اوت عاد نمشيو ناخذوا الربع نمشيو لا كونتر اتاك.
Well, we all know the importance of the game, so they need to make sure that they get this right, the scoreboard, and that they do a good job in every respect over the final 10 minutes. Egypt already with 2 more wins.
Hey. Maintenant, avec ce que Saïd il a fait, ils vont commencer à siffler quand tu vas driver.
Egypt with 2 more wins than Cameroon. So Cameroon need to win to keep pace with them, to move within one game of them, and then they would play them tomorrow with third place at stake in the group.
إلا درايفا عليه هنا tu montes انت tu prépares هنا. سواء علي
Okay, so it has been a long break since the end of the third quarter. And they've got the scoreboard back on. And Injali is at the line and makes the first free throw. Adingono, I think he just feels like inside, I know this is going to go to the wire. That was the look that he just gave us. So those are the 2 free throws there. And then there was I think a third technical called. Coach was ejected. So anyway, they get two extra free throws out of that. I was trying to reconfirm with my scoring, and it's down. So it's 47-39. Cameroon with a golden opportunity here to put this away. Let's see if they come out and really come out with the killer instinct. I don't think he got that attempt off in time. Kaji again. Bogmus has been able to hit the 3, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Bogmus has been able to hit the 3. As I haven't seen Chabai, we know he can hit it. Songolo, I haven't seen him at all. Dalamoto's been able to hit the 3. He's out there. Otherwise, I would like to see these guys taking it to the basket. He does go with a short rotation, though, doesn't he? Oh, nice take. That steal by Wilkins. Larici. And has the ball knocked out of his hands now. And here's Adolamoto. Oh, did he walk? No, he didn't. He went in and scored the layup. Pass out to the corner. And Larici fouled by Frank. So out of the game is Frank, and another timeout. So this last 10 minutes is taking an eternity. Not to play, but just to get it going.
Allez de l'avant, c'est vous les rois de la forêt. Cameroun.
Si tu as shooté, tu rates et tu marches. Sprint, viens te reposer ici. Ok? Les gars, repli, venez vous reposer ici. Et on a dit on reste devant la balle, les gars.
Si on veut avoir les balles, on fait la pression les 5 joueurs. Il a 4 joueurs, 3 joueurs, ils vont faire la pression. Ou 2 joueurs, ils vont laisser leurs joueurs. Il dit libérer son joueur, il dit atteindre facilement. Ou les rebonds. Ne prenez pas le rebond difficilement, t'as tes mauvais passes, on attaque. Soyez agressifs.
Allez les gars. Allez.
what is El Ghazi talking about now, going over to midcourt? So I think the delay also continues to be the scoreboard issue. It's there's a fire in the house. That's what it is. It's gone. Goodness me, that doesn't look good at all. So the scoreboard is on fire. So we may have to evacuate the building here unless they can get somebody up there. I don't know that this has ever happened. A fire. And the referees look perplexed, and they're trying to figure out what it is they're going to do. But I'm almost wondering if they have to evacuate the arena. Maybe we should get out of here. So there's a scoreboard fire right now. We knew they were having some issues. And we just have to wonder maybe now if this might lead to a delay. And I'm not sure if the other scoreboard is working, but you can see the men at the scoring table trying to figure things out. But they may have surely fire regulations which say you need to get out of the building. Here's a look back at some of the highlights. So the scoreboard has caught fire, and here in Luanda, the fans and the teams and everybody else are still in the arena. It was on fire. We got to look at it. So I'm not sure what this. There it is. See it? There's the fire, and the smoke is coming out. And well, he wants to get a picture of it, but I would think that the best course of action would be to call the fire department. Okay, now he's going to try to get up there and put that thing out. And people are laughing, but really it's no laughing matter. I mean, this is a situation that needs to be remedied ASAP, needs to be put out. I think there's going to be some repercussions after this in terms of questions are going to be asked as to why people haven't left the arena. So they've lowered the scoreboard. Now they've used the fire extinguishers. So this is why we have the delay. So interesting. Anyway. So a lot is not working right now, including our official scoring, so I can't really give you the updated stats, but I can say that Cameroon are on top of Morocco and that Cameroon need to win this game to set up an all-or-nothing clash tomorrow for third place with Egypt. And since Egypt won the first game by 4 points, Cameroon would want to come out and win it by 5 to get the advantage in the head-to-head tiebreaker. Obviously win as much as possible, because in case Central African Republic were to win all 3 of their games and go to 7-5, that would be, you know, they'd have to determine who has the best, which fourth place team is the best. That would then become the team, the 5th team to actually qualify for the World Cup. Meanwhile, the Moroccan coach, who has been ejected from the game not long before this, has actually come back out to the arena. It appears, you can see him down there kind of in front of the bench, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be allowed, but it could be a safety issue, and that's why he's come out. So just a lot of there he is on the replay, but a lot of questions, to be honest, I would have about how this whole thing has been handled. Even if you were to evacuate the arena, it wouldn't, you know, it's not like there's, for this early game, there aren't that many fans here to watch it, so it wouldn't be that big of a process, not that big of an ordeal. But you can see the smoke has filtered over the hardwood, and now the head coach is talking to Larici, and you know, I just don't know that if he's been ejected, I don't think he can be coaching. So I don't know. I just don't understand how this is being handled overall. Anyway, we also have another game here tonight. It'll be between the hosts, Angola, taking on Chad. So game delayed due to a technical issue, i.e. fire, which has been put out. But now I think, I don't know if they're having issues with the other scoreboard. So folks, as you can see there on the graphic, the game is in the middle of a delay here. We are early in the fourth quarter. Cameroon were on top of Morocco, and play was stopped, and it was stopped because of a fire in the scoreboard. We saw the images of the fire burning in the scoreboard. So players were at the benches, were taken over to the benches, and eventually the scoreboard was lowered, and a couple of what looked like firefighters went over with fire extinguishers. Maybe not firefighters actually, but organizers from the arena. They went over with a couple of fire extinguishers and put it out. Smoke has drifted over the court, and we can see that the shot clocks are working and the game clocks, but I don't know about the other issues that this might be affecting technically in terms of keeping up with the scoring and actually controlling the time. So all I can say right now is that we are in the middle of a delay early in the fourth quarter with Cameroon, who need to win to set up an important game tomorrow against Egypt. They're winning against Morocco, and there's about 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. So when we get more information, I will bring it to you. Azrael Adingono and his players need to keep their attention. This is the other issue that you have to deal with, you know, whether it's a basket that needs to be replaced after a broken backboard on a dunk, or you know, anything else. When there's a delay like this, it's incumbent on the part of the players to maintain their concentration, to stay loose, and to be ready to go once things start, because the stakes are high, as you can imagine. But an electrical fire has certainly taken some of the steam out of this game. Larici. I guess this will perhaps lead to possibly a delay in the next game. I don't know. Angola, Chad. scoreboard fire. They've lowered the scoreboard. You can see it at the other end right there behind the basket to the right. That little white part on the lowered scoreboard is where the fire was. And so that's been put out. I'm guessing they've already sold tickets for those seats tonight, so they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with that scoreboard. So it could be that we'll be here a little bit later tonight than anticipated. So you might want to make plans accordingly. Meanwhile, I guess it's another talking point. Okay, it seems like we're getting close to starting up again. It's been about probably 35, 40-minute delay. And all kinds of technical issues, so apologies today for that. Some scoreboard issues, graphics issues.
On échange sur les écrans, on échange. On y va, les gars.
And again,
Si ça marche pas la
it's imperative that the players on both teams have that concentration. You sense it
Essayez d'annoncer côté 4.
here with Morocco. They understand what's at stake. They want to get out of here with at least one win, if not two.
Não esquecem que a partidas 20 horas tem o jogo. Angola Chapel.
So 8:25 remaining in the game. And yes, we are about to start things off again.
Minutos e 25 segundos para se jogar. Quarto e último período deste encontro. Marrocos, Camarões.
Okay, we're going to start it, folks. So 10 points to lead, 49-39 for Cameroon on against Morocco. And already a whistle has blown. Ball handed off to Larici. Chua for three. And the rebound from by Dalamoto. So, see how the players react, perhaps catching their breath, see if they stayed loose. Mbala Menzana gets inside, and the block from behind by Chua. And a jump ball possession has been called. Thought they might call a foul here on Mbala. No, I think that was a good call. So Morocco have it back now. They bring it up the floor. And Shlika slips, but is able to get it back. Players have had a hard time staying on their feet today. Larici. Off 1 foot. And good move, but just didn't finish. And the bump on Fulani. And free throws now for Cameroon. Mbala Menzana. El Ghazi replaces Fulani. Oh, no free throw, excuse me, that was supposed to be team foul number 4. Dalamoto hits the long jump shot and is fouled in the process. And he was definitely behind the line. And Larici definitely fouled him, absolutely fouled him on the left arm. You can say nothing about it. And the big question is why? You know, it wasn't even close. So Cameroon now firmly in control. Up 14 points on Morocco, their biggest lead of the game, less than 7 minutes remaining. Called a foul on Pitard. So El Ghazi battling down low, and he pushes off on Kaji and is called for the foul. Losing the composure a little bit here. And El Ghazi reaches in, knocks it away from Mbala Menzana. And then Mbala Menzana commits the foul. And Mbala Menzana's got to do better. They should at least, they got to keep playing, but, you know, take some time off the clock. Every time down. And he fouls Chua. That's team foul number 3, I believe. Not evident on the graphic. I think the graphic fouls are messed up, to be honest. Good rebound by Dalamoto. And moving screen called on Kaji. I'm not even sure that he needed to set that pick, to be honest. Look at this. Good block by Kaji. So 6 minutes to go. Slowly but surely, we're getting closer to the end. And El Ghazi appealing for an and-one. Ghazi makes the first one. He was wanting the and-one, but he didn't get it. Pitard has it. Gets it over to Inzuli. Goes in and earns the foul from El Ghazi. Well, El Ghazi clearly not in agreement, but he went over to cover for Inzuli. He left his feet. Inzuli was up in the air as well. His momentum carried him into Inzuli just a little bit, so I think it's reasonable to see what the referee is calling. He called the foul that he saw. Inzuli makes the first. And he makes the second. three-point attempt. No good. And then quickly up ahead to Nzoli, who scores with the left hand on the break. Now the drive and the rebound, but he was out of bounds. So that'll be Cameroon ball.
En attaque, on va simplifier, ok les gars? Parce que ce qu'on n'arrive pas à faire, c'est mettre la balle dans l'axe. Ok, ce n'est pas grave. Ce qu'on va faire maintenant, Kenneth, tu vas être là, ok? Ben, tu vas être là, ok? Gédéon avec la balle, Jérémy, Adala, ok? Tu viens, tu vas chez main à main, ok? Jérémy, tu viens, main à main, Adala. Adala, tu viens, main à main à plus tard, ok? Avec 10 secondes, maintenant on essaye d'attaquer et on travaille ici, Ben, travaille derrière, ok? Je sais le plus mais ne bouge pas. Défense.
So Morocco looking good bets right now to get into that all or nothing game, up 17 points. It's been a nightmare for Morocco team that actually played quite well today. They played well. They led for most of the first half. They were right there in it in the second half, and then the wheels kind of came off at the end of the third quarter. So the coach was ejected, a couple of fouls, or technical fouls. And this, I think with 4.5 minutes, and the other thing you got to wonder about with Coach Adingono is that does the fault of perhaps pulling out some of the starters enter his mind now, knowing that he's going to be playing an important game against Egypt tomorrow. Oh, sweet move. Kaji gets the block. So he was hemmed in. Chua went straight to the basket. Ball is blocked. Cameroon now with 1 foot into that very important game, no question about it. So it'll be actually the ball with 1 second left, they've ruled. So they've got 1 second to get something here, Cameroon. And he did not get it off in time. Oh, good steal. Nzoli has it taken away, and the layup by Ben Mine. And that cuts it back to a 15-point deficit. They don't want to turn it over, and they don't want to foul to stop the clock, and now they have fouled, stopped the clock, and turned it back over. So timeout call by Cameroon here. They want to make sure they get on the same page.
But no, you can't set the fucking screen here. How you going to say that? Reste ici. C'est pas grave. Ce n'est pas grave. Reste ici. Ne bouge pas de là. Ne bouge même pas, reste là. Ok? Tu viens vers l'écran ici, comment il va passer ici?
C'est fini, on avance, les gars, on avance.
Même chose, parce qu'on n'est pas fait les écrans offensifs, les gars. They offensive foul, they are. So stay here. When we play two, stay right there. Right there, don't move. It's his job to bring him down and go. It's not you to come here now. Just stay here, let him come and use you here. Okay? Maintenant, on a besoin d'une défense là. Okay? On a besoin d'une défense, les gars. Une défense.
Don't forget, Adingono only joined this national team before the third window, so they don't have the advantages of continuity, say, that Morocco would have with their coach having been in charge now for a while. Ghazi actually is Moroccan French. See them talking. And now another turnover. Larici has it. And Cameroon in danger of imploding here with 3.5 minutes remaining. So I guess maybe the idea is don't take your starters out. And that's not necessarily a bad situation to commit the foul if you're Morocco, because you stop the clock and you put them on the line. So at least you have a chance that he would miss. But they're looking shaky. And thankfully for Cameroon's sake, he makes the first one. I think Adingono is not going to be able to rest easy until this one's over. Dalamoto takes his time. 3 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. Cameroon trying to seal the deal, trying to close this out. They don't want to foul and stop the clock. They don't want to just give away layups, but they also don't want to foul and stop the clock. Al-Oriachi hands it off to Chua, who's going to put up a three, bring some rain. 59-49. Here it is again. 47, excuse me. 59-47, 12-point game. Morocco showing signs of an unlikely comeback, to be honest. All bets are off, folks. Crazy things happen in international basketball. And now, Dalamoto dribbles, contact, ball goes out of bounds, and back over to Morocco. And they have, yeah, that was just the Dalamoto, just losing control of it as he dribbled it into the lane. And Hime over to Larici. El Ghazi goes up and scores with a left hand. Now it's a 10-point game. Inzuli over to Dalamoto. Pitard has it. And I think they'd like to take some time off the clock if they could. Quick pass to Dalamoto, back to Pitard for three. And the long rebound ends up with Dalamoto. That was a big rebound, that's for sure. And now the three-pointer is good. Is it going to count, or was the foul before? Adingono wants it, but definitely the whistle was before he made it, before he attempted it. Actually, looking at it that way, Larici, well, clearly he fouled him. So they are counting it, and it's going to be possession. It's going to be Mbala Menzana who's going to take the free throws. He was fouled off the ball. So, indeed, it seems like Coach Adingono does want to get some rest for his starters. Comey comes back in. Still don't want to foul and put him on the line. And you've done just that. You've stopped the clock. So Larici goes to the line again and sinks the first one. So still not quite out of the woods yet, Cameroon. If he makes this one, maybe a quick steal and bucket. Who knows? He doesn't make it. So there goes that plan. And easily brings it across midcourt. Mbala Menzana misses, but there for the offensive rebound. Franck, he misses. Cameroon players everywhere. They get the ball back and they take some more time off the clock. They get it down to below 1 minute now. Nzuli. And then Franck, the pass to him, but he tries to make his move before he catches it. Young Franck wasn't ready. Ball went right through his hands. Less than 50 seconds to go. Well, it's taken us a while to get to this point, folks, but we're finally here. And it's Cameroon that are closing in on victory. They are going to count that, however, and get it back to potentially 10 points. I'd like to see Larici penetrate and try to score a lot more. And you know, when you're penetrating, your teammates go to the basket, you give him, because he can beat his man. And even if he doesn't beat his man, he can still challenge him because he's got good leaping ability. And then if the double team comes, he's got a chance to dump the ball off to somebody else, which he often does. And now the pass intercepted by Aluriachi. And almost, boy, if he had hit that shot and had the three-point play, you got to really wonder, honestly, watching Cameroon close this thing out, if, in a tight game, if they're going to be able to win it. Because their execution down the stretch here is about as bad as it gets. Now, a lot of that is because these guys aren't practicing together a lot and because they've got a new coach. But you've got to be able to close the game out.
On dit on échange, toi tu te mets comme ça, il part, toi. On s'échange, on se met devant, on voit. Ce n'est pas aussi difficile. On sait seulement nous cogner entre nous à l'entraînement. Maintenant il vient pénètre 2 points. Il a combien? Il doit avoir 30 points celui-là. Je ne sais même pas.
artificielle.
Ça passe لهنايا نطرابيو ديريكتومون تكون لا روتاسيون بالزربه. نو مارك
Allez, les gars, allez, 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 allez. Vas-y.
I mean, the thing is, you understand, you don't have to understand French to know what Adingono is saying. But the bottom line is, tomorrow, they're going to play against Egypt. And they're going to have to win, not just win the game, but win by more than 4 points. So, you know, a late lead could disappear really quickly. And they've got to be ready going into that game. Oriachi was so close to a potential three-point play after getting the steal. Makes both free throws. And gets it back to 63-55 now. And Morocco are not going to foul, it appears. So that's probably to the great relief of Cameroon. Larici up ahead, and Demine goes up, and Injali blocks it after it goes off the backboard, and gets it back to a 6-point game. Probably a fair reflection of what's happening. What might have happened had Morocco not picked up those technicals at the end of the third quarter? If they kept their composure. Well, Larici, look at him. He should be ashamed of himself. He should utterly be ashamed of himself. Sorry. That's just about as bad sportsmanship as you can get after the game is over. And the lack of control of their emotions has cost them today against Cameroon. Cameroon win at 63-57. So they're the coaches embracing each other. Morocco did not want to lose. They want to come here and prove that they can win. And for a lot of a game, they did prove it. They led for much of the first half. They battled hard in the third quarter. They were right there. Look at the numbers. You know, there's not that much separating these two teams. Morocco didn't shoot it well from deep. I mean, that didn't help them. Probably what hurt them the most is, you know, when some calls went against them, whether it was right or wrong, their reaction was not acceptable. They lost their concentration. It affected their game. It affected, you know, and a referee's patience is only going to last so long. You know, it leads to technicals, and you take those technicals away, and this Moroccan team might have won the game. So they've only got themselves to blame, in my opinion. 63-57. Morocco fall to 0-2 here. And I think Adingono is talking to Larici, telling me he's a great player. He's perhaps listening to the complaints. He's like, listen, you just got to put it behind you and play basketball and don't become too emotional. But it's not a good reflection, really, on anybody if you go up and you remonstrate like you did after the final buzzer at the referee on TV. I mean, that's just very poor in my opinion. So here are the highlights. Cameroon will be ready to play tomorrow, you would imagine, against an Egypt team that is probably equally unpredictable. So a lot can happen in that game. When you look back at the first meeting between those two teams, I'm just going to talk you through it real quickly. The first game was played on September 16th, and Egypt won that one in Morades, just on the outskirts of Tunis, 62-58. Cameroon, the two teams were knotted at the end of the first quarter at halftime, and then Egypt got on top of them by the end of the third quarter and held on to win. Robbie had 10 points, 4 rebounds in that game. Now, whether or not he's going to be the man who plays tomorrow, we'll see. Because remember, he had the ankle injury today, but today he was utterly tremendous coming back after the sprained ankle. He got the Never Say Die award, and also Mbala Manzana had 19 points in that game. So these are the standings now. Well, no, these are not the standings. Cameroon has improved to 7-5. Well, just ignore that, folks. I think Cameroon has actually improved. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, Cameroon has improved to 6-5, and Egypt has indeed improved to 7-4. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching.